Hello and good to see you again. We're here for another of our videos from our series on Get Corporate Ready in 14 Days. We all judging each other all the time, but never is this more important than when we're meeting somebody for the first time. We make judgments about them in the blink of an eye, and usually we're not even aware of the process. Well, the same is true for the person meeting you. And this all leaves a lot of room for accident on both sides. Just think about it. If that introduction goes a little bit better, the person you're meeting could become an employer, can become a friend, a business partner, a mentor, or even an ally. You cannot stop this instinctive process, but you can control it a bit better. If you want to be more aware of what's happening and learn how to create a better impact when meeting people for the first time, make sure you watch this video through to the end. First things first, it's okay to feel a bit uncomfortable. It's actually kind of reassuring when you see the research on this. When asked to rate their own levels of confidence when meeting new people, in general people gave themselves an average of 6 out of 10. But when asked to rate the people around them in the same situation, they gave others an average of 8 out of 10. So, what this is telling us is that we all think that everyone finds this easier than we do. But the truth is that we're all in this together, so don't beat yourself up for feeling a bit nervous. Let's get straight into it. Imagine the situation. You've just arrived at a meeting and you're introducing yourself. The first 2 steps, we all know them, but that doesn't take away from their importance. Start off with a smile. But there are many different types of smile, and each of them is sending a message to the external world. You can seem to be nervous, disinterested, fake, warm, even sleazy. Your smile is hardwired to your mindset, so let your smile come from a genuine interest. That second step is to look someone in the eyes, but not in that creepy psycho way. In most cultures, intense eye contact is telling someone that you are in a contest or really testing for domination. And also this applies in the animal kingdom. Try heading down to the zoo and looking and staring at a tiger in the eye and see how he will react. Gentle eye contact for a few seconds when married up with your charming smile is probably about right, but also take cues of the other person's body language and posture. Okay, so far so good. Now it's time to make contact. There are so many cultural differences here, so let us know in the comments section below if you would like a video on cultural greetings. For example, in London, it's so multicultural that you can often wonder if it's gonna be a handshake, single kiss, a double kiss, starting on the left like in Spain or the right like in other countries, or even 3 kisses like in the Netherlands. A good option here is to think of it like a dance and wait for the other person to lead. But if both of you are doing the same thing, this can end up in a very awkward situation. Also, gender comes into play as well. Personally, what I do and what I favor is just taking the lead with a handshake to play it safe. The only thing is that unless the other person has just greeted someone else in a different way, then I will follow with the same way. Okay, so let's take a look at that handshake of yours. This may sound crazy, but really get feedback on your handshake. This is really important. Don't be a bone crusher or a wet fish. Really, nobody likes a wet fish. Be firm and shake from your elbow, not from your wrist, and with your palm at 90 degrees. Extending your palm down like this is a sign of expressing dominance. Is literally trying to get the upper hand, and if you want to see this in action, take a look at how some people do it in the public eye. Oh, and of course, make sure your hand is clean. They want to remember you, not really what you had for lunch. One of the most common questions that you will be asked after introductions are over is, what do you do? Don't be left open-mouthed thinking, where on earth do I start? Plan now what you can get across and that is clear and that puts you in a positive light. Sometimes this is called an elevator statement, and it's called this way because it has to be short enough to get across if you were sharing an elevator for a few floors. Firstly, believe it or not, it's not really all about you. People care less about what you can do and more about what you can do for them. Focus on the benefit they'll get from working with you or really knowing you. So telling somebody that you're a tax lawyer might be a bit of a conversation stopper. But telling somebody that you work with individuals to structure the businesses and assets in a very efficient way to substantially increase their wealth, well, that is a very different story, and it's a more interesting one. Again, one size does not fit all. You'll need to adapt it to the person that you're speaking to. You need to match their interests, their knowledge, their experience, etc. Next, leave out the fluff. Keep it clear and to the point. Think like advertisers do. What is the clear and succinct message that you want that particular person to remember? Next, tell them what makes you better than the rest. Don't be afraid to tell them what makes you different, without sounding like an arrogant bore. And then practice. Nobody wants an elevator pitch that sounds like an elevator pitch. Practice to make it more conversational. This is exactly the same tip that we gave you in our first video on presentation skills. Practice makes perfect. Once you deliver your message, follow up with a question. Your goal here is to be interesting and interested. Show your interest in them by giving them the airtime to speak. Okay, now you've made a great first impression. The wheels are oiled and you're off to a great start. Soon, you want to create a deeper connection which will really boost your career. So make sure you subscribe and watch our video on creating connections with others. It's part of our series on Get Corporate Ready in 14 days. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. You know that we love hearing from you, so if you have any comment or question, don't forget to post them below. We'll also put a link in the description to a book that we really like that is very relevant to this subject, and it's called How to Talk to Anyone. But tell us any books that you think are relevant as well, and we'll put a link in the description. Remember that sharing is caring. And make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can keep up to date with our future videos. Hello, 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 good to see you again. We're here for another... Genuine, no. Genuine, no. Genuine, no. Actually, intense eye contact is telling that somebody